So, I mean, he must really believe in the power of email marketing.
He does. And you know what? He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Like, email marketing is still one of the most effective ways to build a loyal audience and eventually, get them to buy from you.
Yeah. So what's in these emails?
Right.
Does he just open up his email and be like, oh, what am I going to write about today?
Right. No, not at all. This is where Carr gets strategic.
Okay.
He focuses on three main types of emails.
Okay.
Client wins problem-solving content, and then emails that directly address objections.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Break those down for me.
Okay, so the client win emails,
Yeah.
these are all about social proof.
Okay. He shares success stories from his students or his clients, and it's basically like, look, my methods work.
Gotcha.
Right? The problem-solving emails, these position him as the expert.
Right.
The guide offering solutions to the pain points that his target audience is facing.
Okay.
And then the objection-busting emails, well, they do exactly what they say. They tackle those doubts and hesitations that people might have head on.
Okay, that's actually pretty clever when you think about it.
It is.
Because by addressing those objections up front, he's kind of like, disarming people a little bit and building that trust.
Right.
So they feel more confident about maybe eventually investing in his services.
Exactly. It all comes back to building that, and trust factor.
Right.
People buy from people they trust.
And Carr's using email marketing to nurture those relationships over time.
So we've got the content machine, the freebie funnel, the email marketing strategy.
Right.
And it seems like at the center of all of this is Skool.
Right.
And he describes it as more than just a platform. He calls it a community.
Yeah, it's interesting because this whole concept of paid communities
Yeah.
is becoming more and more popular in the online business world.
Right.
It's about creating that sense of belonging, offering exclusive content, and really providing that extra layer of support that you wouldn't necessarily get from free resources.
Right. But here's the thing. He takes a surprisingly hands-off approach.
Really?
To his Skool community. He actually calls his free Skool group self-managing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of interesting.
It is interesting.
Because how realistic is that set it and forget it approach when
right.
it comes to building a truly engaged community?
Right, because usually you need that community manager there to kind of keep things going.
Right. It seems counterintuitive because you would think that a successful community manager is in there all the time, moderating conversations, making sure people are, getting along and stuff.
Right. And cultivating a certain vibe.
Exactly.
Answering people's questions and really making it an engaging experience.
Right.
So this is where things get a little interesting with this whole school peel thing.
Yeah.
Because, his hands-off approach seems to contradict this idea that you need to be actively building the community.
Right, exactly. It's like, can a community truly thrive if it's just left to its own devices?
Yeah. And you need that shared interest.
Yeah.
Like a common goal to bring people together. And in this case, it's his teaching and this whole online business thing.
Right.
But if the focus shifts too much towards making a sale, it can create this weird vibe.
Right.
Where it's like you're being sold to.
Right.
Instead of it being we're all in this together.
Like you're just a number.
Right. Exactly.
Not a real person with real goals and stuff.
Yeah. And that's not to say that paid communities can't be successful, because they absolutely can be.
Sure.
There are a ton of them out there that are killing it.
Right.
But, there's a balance, right? You need to be providing amazing value.
Yeah.
You need to be fostering genuine connections.
Yeah.
And making your members feel heard.
So it sounds like it's definitely doable, but you got to be smart about it.
Absolutely. And I think transparency is key, right? Be upfront about your business model.
Yeah.
Be upfront about what you offer for free versus what requires a purchase.
Okay.
And then over-deliver on those promises.
Right. It goes back to that whole and trust factor.
Exactly. You got to build that trust before you can ask for the sale.
Right. And it seems like that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
With the free content, the email sequence, even that free Skool group.
Exactly. It's all very strategic.
Yeah.